This is Fred Beck from Fred Talks Fighting. I'm joined by BJ Flores. You've got about 10 minutes here, or 5 minutes. You've got to go catch your flight. We'll just go straight into it then. The Misfits boxing event that happened yesterday, Misfits 13. What did you make of the overall card?
It was a tough one, you know. I think with everything, all the things that happened, and everyone having to evacuate out of the building. Obviously, that was disrupting the event. The Yuddy gang and the Little Cray Cray fight went to a no contest, which was a very entertaining fight. I wish I could have seen the end of that one. But besides that, there were some good fights on the card. I liked the fight with Joey Knight. The kid Baby Holt came at him pretty tough. Joey showed a lot of poison there. Obviously, he's got a lot of experience and he looked good, getting better fight by fight. And Jake Bostwick and Chris Avila. Congrats to Chris and his team. They did a good job. Jake fought tough but fell a little short. A few other good fights on the card, and then obviously the main event was disappointing whenever you got 2-on-1 matchup and one of the guys half the team backs out. It makes it tough. So I think there'll be some adjustments made moving forward, and rightfully so.
I guess the bomb threat makes the event go even more viral, and it's influence boxing, so stuff can go wrong, and it's not the end of the world. But the main event with Most Wanted pulling out last minute did kind of put a damper on the thing, I think it's fair to say. Do you think Most Wanted, the nerves got to him? Do you think he got paid off? What are your thoughts on it?
I think the nerves got to him. I don't think he got paid off. We were in the dressing room. He was the same dressing room as him, and one of the guys from Misfits kept telling him to stay in the dressing room. He kept leaving and coming back, and I'm not sure what he was doing exactly, but it was strange. I had a feeling. I don't know, when I saw him in there, he just didn't look like he was getting ready for a fight. He didn't wrap his hands up, anything. The commissioner came in there like 30 minutes before, like right when Jake was going on, and he still hadn't wrapped up or anything. So it didn't seem like he was prepared to fight at all. So obviously when you got a 2-on-1 and then it's only a 1-on-1, it doesn't really, it's not.
It ruins the concept.
It doesn't hit the same, does it? So, obviously disappointing, but you can't read the future. You don't have a crystal ball, and who would have known that would happen? So I think you just make adjustments and you move forward.
Can he fight again on Misfits, or is that his career Misfits done?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Just like he did a lot of talking for not fighting, So it's not like you want to.
You gotta have the right balance. You gotta talk your rubbish, but you gotta back it up.
Yeah, if you're gonna talk, at least go out there and go out on your shield. I mean, I think he knew what was gonna happen, but I mean, just go out there and at least take it like a man, if you're gonna talk all that. So, it is what it is. These are kids that don't have experience doing this stuff and don't realize like the nerves are real. It's a real situation where you're really going to get your ass beat sometimes if you didn't put the work in. So, only he knows. I don't really know 100%, but only he knows, and I think Mams knows too. So,
yeah, I know it's a shame, but I guess we move on to the next event. Let's talk about this then. You used to train Jake Paul,
yeah,
and now he's fighting Mike Tyson. If you were still training Jake Paul to fight Mike Tyson, how would you train him? What kind of strengths, weaknesses would you try and utilize?
I'd try to make sure he stays on the outside. I don't care what anybody says. Mike at 57 is not a normal 57-year-old at all. He was the baddest man on the planet, and for sure 100% on TRT, anti-aging, all kinds of stuff to make sure. I've never seen a 57-year-old body with a body like Mike ever in my life, and that's a credit to him. That's a credit to his testament to continue to stay in shape, to work out, and then all the probably for sure other science that TRT and what other older men are using to stay strong. So people talk about his age, but people don't talk about the blood work that Mike Tyson probably has, and that's something that's very dangerous for anybody, because he's still got the body of a very strong man, and he can punch. Obviously the conditioning won't be the same, but he's very, very strong and explosive, and that's something anybody's got to be careful for.
How do you reckon the fight goes?
I don't know. I think he's dangerous, very dangerous, first few rounds. Jake's never fought anybody that big, that strong, and for sure not that could fight that well on the inside, not even close. So there's a lot of new obstacles that Jake's got to be prepared for.
It's difficult, I guess. Everyone knows what Jake's going to bring. It's just what Mike brings, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think it's going to be one of those situations where, Mike, you give Mike 4 months to get ready for anything, and and he's taken this very seriously. Obviously, in the training videos, it's going to be difficult for anybody, in the first couple rounds. If I'm Jake, I'm going to try to get him to the middle, to the later rounds, and do the most of my work then, because in the beginning, it's very dangerous for Jake.
That's true. The first round, you got to be on your bike almost. Keep you on the outside.
Yeah.
Getting your jab, double jab, triple jab, quadruple jab even.
You got to stay long. You got to make sure Mike isn't able to get in position to land his body shots and his head shots, because his body shots are heavy and they're tough to block, and his head shots as well. So the range is more important than trying to have your hands up and be defensively sharp, because you got to be out of the way, because the punches are really coming when you're facing Mike Tyson.
Do you think Jake Paul beats him?
I mean, I hope so. I hope he does. I think it'd be crazy if he did. I hope he does.
Is he? You say it'd be crazy if he did, but it'd also be crazy if Mike Tyson beat him as well, isn't it? So it's like a best of both worlds almost.
Yeah, I think I mean, obviously, I would like for Jake to win, but I think it's going to be a situation where against Mike, and Mike's one of the legends. Mike's one of the most respected heavyweight fighters of all time. It's going to be it's going to pit everyone against Jake, and it's going to be interesting. Obviously Jake's got tons of fans, but like nobody wants to go against like Uncle Mike. Mike is he's like family to everybody, and everyone knows him, and just how he's evolved as a human being over the last 20 years it's been really nice to watch. So I think Mike will definitely be the favorite as far as people wanting him to win, but whether he's able to deal with Jake in the middle or later rounds, if they get that far, that'll be interesting.
I know you're still involved heavily in the Misfits world. You manage and train a few fighters. What do you reckon's next for KSI?
I don't know. I hope to see him back, though. He's good. He brings a lot of energy and a lot of attention, so I'd love to see him back. But I don't know what's next for him. He's definitely got some.
Did you see his physique recently? Or he looked a little bit chubby.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, he's been working for a long time. He's been getting after it, so he can take a little time off. But I think Mam said a couple things today that he's kind of lit a fire under him. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with JJ in the next few weeks.
Yeah, that'd be good. Hopefully we'll see him back summertime.
Yeah.
On the 2-year anniversary of Misfits. I think that's the end of August. August 28th, I believe.
Okay.
2-year anniversary sound pretty good indeed. Just one last thing then. Ryan Garcia has come out with quite a few outbursts recently. Yeah. Is he mentally stable? Is he ready to fight? If you were training Ryan Garcia, would you call the fight off?
No,
where would you be?
I think there's more to it than we know. I think obviously he was struggling with some things, but as far as the training goes and his sparring videos, and I don't know. I'm not without being inside the camp. I can't really say, but obviously there's some inner turmoil going on inside of Ryan. So hopefully he can get that figured out and get dialed in and focused, because Devin Haney's a very tough competitor and a champion. He's going to come in 100%. Devin's always bringing his A game. So Ryan's going to need to have his very best performance ever to be able to be competitive in that fight.
Does Devin Haney hit harder? Does he have more punching power than Garcia?
No, I think Ryan hits harder with
more explosive.
Yeah, Ryan's more explosive, but Devin knows how to set it up. Devin's much more of a professional as far as how he conducts himself in and out of the ring. Devin doesn't miss training sessions. Devin doesn't, abuse his body with any substances. Devin knows how to, set shots up, and Devin's mentality is you can't beat me, and I think that those are all big advantages for Devin. I think Ryan's got power. I think Ryan's got ability, how to set that power up. That still remains to be seen at the top level, if he's going to be able to do that or not. But he's going to have his hands full. Devin's a tough night for anybody. So, it's going to be a good fight.
Do you predicting Devin to win then?
Yeah.
How?
I think a decision.
Decision. That's a fair. Yeah. I would agree.
Devin could win by knockout, but also Devin could win by decision. Ryan could also win by knockout. But I feel like Devin by the second, third round. You got to remember, against Tank, Ryan didn't even win a round. Before he got stopped in the fourth round, he didn't have any moments.
Was it the fourth round?
I think so.
Fourth or sixth, one of those two.
I don't know. It happened quick, didn't it? It didn't seem like Ryan was ever in the fight at all. So I don't know if we'll get that same kind of thing from Devin. If Devin will just blow him out from the beginning, or if Ryan will win some rounds and make a little make it a fight.
I remember seeing Conor McGregor in Ryan Garcia's changing room after the fight, which was obviously quite cool clip. Just we'll end on this then. Anything else for yourself coming up in the next few months?
Yeah, Lorenzo Hunt is facing Mick Terrell.
That's on one of the biggest bare knuckle cards of all time. Mike Perry's main event, I believe.
Yeah, Mike Perry against Thiago Alvarez. BKFC is really coming up, and David Feldman and Nelson are doing a hell of a job. But April 27th in California, and then Tristan Ham and DK Money, Dakota Miller will be fighting probably in June or July. I'm working with Dakota now. I'm working with Austin Springs, and I'm working with Tristan. So
Austin Springs, okay.
Yeah.
He hasn't fought before on Misfits.
I think he's 0-1. I think he's had one fight, but he didn't know what he was doing.
Was it on Misfits or was it on another promotion?
I don't know if it was on Misfits.
It must have been on the Social Gloves card, maybe.
It might have been, yeah.
I believe it was. I think it was one of the TikTokers side.
But he's a surprisingly good kid, and he's got some ability. you wouldn't look at him and think anything, but when you start breaking it down and start working with him, he's not bad at all. And,
Right.
I think people will be surprised by him at 155. I've been working with him for like a couple weeks now, and I think after 2 or 3 months, he's going to be a pleasant surprise.
So July time we'll see him fight.
I hope so. Yeah.
July, August, summertime.
I think he could fight. Honestly, he could fight in May or June. We'll see what
Right.
the opportunities are and see what I could work out.
And he's 155.
155. Yeah.
Okay, so the title is held by Jarvis.
Yeah.
Right now, 155.
Yeah, he's not ready for Jarvis.
Obviously not. We have like 2-3 fights, and then that's the aim.
I think within 18 months that would be something that'd be very interesting. So I'm looking forward to it.
Did you meet Neon yesterday?
No, I didn't. I didn't try to introduce
You and him
myself.
You and him actually are polar opposites.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm sure he's a nice kid if I met him, but I was busy doing stuff, so I wasn't really too worried about meeting Neon. But I don't wish him harm or anything. I just didn't really care to meet him.
Yeah, it'd be quite funny. It's two people from both worlds. But we'll wrap this up then, BJ. But yeah, I do appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, Fred Beck's got a nice little right hand left hook to the body, courtesy of me. Showing him a couple neat little tricks, how to get his head up the center and how to shoot the left hook to the body like a professional. And I like what I saw today. Good job, Fred.
If I ever land that in a fight, or if I ever fight and I do land it, then I'll be like, in the post interview, I'll be like, that's from BJ Flores.
No, you don't have to say that.
Give the man his credit.
Just land it and do your thing. Just land it and that's it. So it looked good though.
Awesome, BJ.
Nice.
Thank you very
All
much,
right,
mate.
See ya.